Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Tuggle. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Line gets set, first down. The give to the tailback. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He makes a grab, and he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. First down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Gators want to crank the tempo. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Gators grabbed the Dogs and put them in a death roll the last time they met, blowing out Georgia.
Yeah, it was like Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel back playing quarterback for the Gators again. They were throwing it through the air. They were getting it done on the ground as well. Offensively, the Gators last year couldn't be stopped. And Georgia knows in this one this time, they've got to be able to get some stops and get some takeaways.
So just out of curiosity, because I don't know the history, you name those guys, the other quarterbacks that could win. What was your record against Georgia?
We're 3-1. I think I had a QB sneak team.
Accidentally tripped and fell in the end zone. But the other guys he named had big games against the Dogs.
He'll pull it on the read. Ball is free. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, he coughed it up. God, big mistake. But here's the thing. I'm going to run my quarterback. I got to pick my spots, but he's got to understand when I can take hits, when I get in traffic, and I got to wrap that thing up. And I'm a running back, right? When I'm running these design quarterback runs, I got to take care of the football.
The give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was the #1 team you wanted to beat.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Firing to the right, complete. And he's running in the open. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. He's looking to throw. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Caught the defense offside. That penalty obviously will be declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. A 1st down for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On 3rd down, going up top. Gets away. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. They are out to send a message in this rivalry game, Jesse, and the quarterback has to keep his composure after taking a shot like that.
Man, and I've been on the receiving end of some of those hits in rivalry games. It is not fun. They hurt a whole lot more, David. It just feels different in games like this.
It just means more because these guys don't like each other, and you love making those big hits in big moments that they replay throughout the whole next year.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Raiola. They're trying to get to it. And down he goes back at the 3. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did, and I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Gators sending the offense back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an...
Got it in stride inside the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Handoff to the single running back. Fights off a defender. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense. Gets a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. He'll do it himself. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And the Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They've been to the red zone 3 times. Will the 4th time finally be the charm to get some points? The run up the middle, looking for the score. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. At the 35, he's loose. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Humphries. Stopped after making the catch. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. Man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, it's two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this...
And he reels it in inside the 30. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Georgia going up tempo. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll send out the kicker here. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He wants to take the top off. And that ball is picked off.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows that. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you have hands? Yeah.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage at the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He'll pull it down. Finds a man on the left. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Pressure coming. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Wow, well, the offense a play ago comes up with a big completion down the field, and they decide to go right back to another passing play to see if they can add on to it, and they were not able to protect the quarterback. Big missed opportunity.
A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
And we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Pulls it in. It's Frazier. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Dogs moving quickly to the line. Defense in press coverage. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. Now they're going to throw it. Feelings, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been pumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 5 over Colorado. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Quickly complete.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The snap to the up man, they'll fake it. And no guts, no glory. They pick up the 1st down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the 1st down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Buys a little time. Going to try to get it himself. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Gators in the hurry up. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's got his man. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Trying to get to him. It's complete. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
this is why quarterbacks always take care of their offensive line. This is why they feed them in the offseason, invite them to the house, buy them gifts, take care of the big boys, because they take care of you, and those numbers start to pile up.
They'll throw it on first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Unleashes one. Rolls it in. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Got his man on the right. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gator. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Makes a move. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going up top on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball like that and call your shot, you've got to secure the catch.
They're bringing heat. Throwing right. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Off play action on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Arizona State answered the bell away from Tempe today with an impressive victory. The Sun Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No.
He lofts one down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
They'll line up for a second down play. Motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Got his man quickly. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Makes the catch. It's Bell. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Hires on the move. And the pass hits. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Hands it off. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Gators will hustle to the line. Fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Gator! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all, just showing it off left and right.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. Took it all the way back inside the 15-yard line on the return. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. Coming out with it, it's Tuggle. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They'll try it on the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed gimme 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the ground with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Going over the top. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got it in the middle. It's Frazier. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Florida, 27. Georgia, 21.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. And it's picked off for the third time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Florida! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
And they get him down.
No, he's short. And I tell you what, the QB, you see down this area, it's so short. You only got a couple yards you got to get. He thought he could get it, went downhill, tried to get there, but the defense says no, sir.
He'll bring it out. It's Tuggle. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Catch in the middle, it's Humphreys. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point in the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Forced out of the pocket. He breaks a tackle. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Coming after it. Kept it and he's past the marker. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. He's going to run it. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The short hands, it's Frazier. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. Quick tempo here for the offense. To the air, it's Raiola. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And it's incomplete on third down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wide out in motion. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you've got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Quarterback checking off. Off the play fake on first down. And his throw is incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Here comes the option. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. It's complete on the right side. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ballgame, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Going to the running game. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Finds his tight end. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Gators are marching down the field. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
They'll give it to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Running back searching for a hole. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. As Florida fans like to say, come on, Gators, get up and go. And they're starting to go and run away from the Dogs.
It's great to be a Florida Gator. The Gators showing off the speed now, running away with this thing in the second half. You're just seeing all the talent that they've been able to recruit down in Gainesville.
They've been recruiting talent. You think about Steve Spurrier, had such a great run with Florida as a head coach. They're taking care of business today. They're not making this look like much of a rival.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Tuggle. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. The quarterback takes a knee. Well, you don't see this very often, so much for fighting till the bitter end as they will concede defeat. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. And we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.